With a big fall release calendar in 2025 for FPS gaming, I want to talk about the future of FragPunk and where I want to see things going long term. Howdy Hello and welcome to AlphaPhenomenon Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Phat Love, and I'll be taking you on a journey through gaming with reviews, news, and commentary. Season 3 is the biggest season yet, and the FragPunk devs are at it again, giving us several premium skins for free and adding a new bundle to the shop. On top of that, the new player versus everyone horde mode looks incredible coming for Halloween, and I cannot wait to play it. With my excitement out of the way and a look ahead in FPS gaming, there's stacked competition this fall. At the time of this recording, Battlefield 6 released on October 10th, and reports are saying they have sold over 6.5 million copies so far, and we aren't even to the holiday season yet. On top of that, Arc Raiders released a final server slam October 17th through 19th ahead of their official launch October 30th. I downloaded the slam and played 2 matches solo, and the graphics on this game are phenomenal for a $40 open world extraction game. The hype for this game is real, and I'll be watching the game to see how it fares amongst the competition. Finally, and never to be forgotten, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releasing mid-November. You cannot underestimate the juggernaut of FPS gaming, the game that single-handedly dominates the market year after year in sales. These are only the big 3 FPS coming fall of 2025. If I'm being honest, it's terrifying. Like, seriously, terrifying. Let me tell you why. X-Defiant, do we remember that game? The arcade FPS developed by Ubisoft? They had done almost everything right, and still, they announced a surprising end to their development during Season 3, and then put out a bunch of seasonal content all the way up to Season, I think, 5 or 6 that they had planned already for the players because they were closing the doors. Now, I just gotta point this out. Where are we with FragPunk? We are on Season 3, and I'm no fool, and I do believe in the self-fulfilling prophecy, so I'll always speak highly of FragPunk, even if it's got a smaller, albeit dedicated fan base. I'm here to fulfill a different prophecy. The one where word of mouth and praise for the game hopefully gets more eyes on the game, and fans who return to play for a long, long time. However, I do have a few suggestions that I think the devs could use if they'd lend a receptive ear. Top of the list is to acknowledge what they're doing right. Props where props are due. Credit is necessary here because it's important. The content at launch and what we've gotten at each season has been incredible. To think we've gotten a new Lancer every season is awesome. Dex in Season 1, Itchel in Season 2, Counterfeit being recently added to the existing Season 3 roster, and they are fun additions to add new layers to the team-focused strategies. Having 2 battle passes also is very generous. I wouldn't have been shocked if they'd only had one 60-tier battle pass, but instead they doubled down, and the passes all include worthwhile items to keep you invested in playing and unlocking the tiers. The LTMs are fun and put FragPunk twists on each new mode: Gear Up, Prop Hunt, and then Deck Gear Up, all original additions that shake up gameplay. I also enjoy the death matches like TDM and how they utilize shard cards and get refreshed every season to continue making it feel new and fun. On that note though, shard cards are worth mentioning as it's FragPunk. Shard cards are the main focus. They update shard cards every season with new additions and nerf or buff the existing cards that need it. My personal favorite card since day one and to this day has got to be a card called Everybody Dance, which allows you to make finger guns, and if you land the shot towards your enemy, makes them stop what they're doing and dance. Hilarious, but also allows you to swoop in with some easy headshots and get the kill. They have a similar card that allows you to fall asleep, and it's basically the same card with a different effect. It's hilarious, I love it. This game is original and phenomenal. They do get far more creative than that though, from modifying movement speed, adding weather effects, or even transforming yourself into a penguin. Shard cards are the reason why I've enjoyed returning to the game. Next though, I want to talk modes. FragPunk is known for the shard cards, but it's the modes that make them fun. My most played mode is the standard Shard Clash mode, which you could never go wrong playing. But if you take a closer look, the Deathmatch playlist has modes like Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed, and I have a blast playing those as well. You load in, select your Lancer, and you get 3 shard card slots from a seasonal rotating selection of cards. Now, you could always bypass those selections of cards and use your Lancer's 3 abilities for 1 or all 3 slots, but you only get 3 for the whole match. Season 2, if you didn't play, was peak for me because I was running with 3 cards that gave me a fire rate plus 15%. Every kill grants 60 HP instantly and reload speed plus 50%. All 3 of these cards, as you can expect, got removed for the new season on October 9th for balancing because they knew your boy was a demon and had to be stopped because I was having some fun out there dropping 30 or 40 kills per game. I was unstoppable. If you haven't checked out the other modes, doing a deathmatch rotation is a great idea since they get their own dedicated maps. You might see me out there sliding around having a good time, and you might also be sliding around having a good time. See you on the field. Lastly, though, I do want to shout out all of the premium skins this game has to offer, both in the shop and those earned for free in various ways. Since Season 1, I've noticed a high quality of gun and Lancer skins. It's so fun to do weapon inspects in-game while you're waiting for a match to start, because no matter how it goes, you get bodied or you're the one bodying fools, you have the coolest gun and the coolest Lancer in the game, and your team is thankful for you. Now, I'm saying all this with one thing in mind, so the devs know that the game is worth singing the praises of, and I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, want the game to be discovered. I hope new players find this game and fall in love with it the same way I have. If you've never heard of FragPunk, please check out YouTuber Nightfall, because he's my go-to FragPunk content creator, and I love that he's able to show off events, skins, seasonal content early, so we know what's coming to the game. I actually learned about FragPunk through a YouTube creator myself by the name of Espresso. He's a Call of Duty YouTuber, generally speaking, but he's dipped his toes into Battlefield 6 recently, and he's already confirmed he'll be making some Arc Raiders content coming up at the end of the month because he loves that game. He played the open test, and he's diversifying his portfolio on the videos his channel has to offer, which is also why he covered FragPunk in the first place, because he saw a new FPS shooter entering the space and wanted to cover it. And users like me who trust his content decided to give it a chance. And yeah, I fell in love with it, and I hope you do too. It's so much fun to play that game. And I mean, you should absolutely download the game on any platform anyway, because FragPunk is a free-to-play game, and I trust me, it deserves your time. Let's transition now and flip our coin to the backside. Where can FragPunk improve? Let's start with advertising. Big advertisement for this game is Shard Clash, yet all we ever see advertised is the LTMs every season, and I just wish FragPunk would put out one new seasonal launch trailer for the game. They put out a trailer for every new Lancer, the new cards, the new LTM, and they have an extensive blog post that talks about the updates. They also have a few content creators covering everything more in depth, if you can find them in the Lost algorithm. When I came across Nightfall, it was purely based on luck, and I actually unsubscribed from my other 2 FragPunk creators because they started posting about other games that I just didn't really care about too much. The point is that it's hard to locate the game if you're looking, and having a new seasonal trailer and allowing IGN, GameSpot, PlayStation, and even Xbox to post on their channels will give some players an additional push to the game. Sure, not many players will click or engage, but once they see a Season 1, 2, 3, and beyond season trailer, it might entice some players who previously dismissed the game. I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of players out here saying the game is on a decline, that the game is falling in player count, that the game is not going to make it in the long run. I'm here to reverse that self-fulfilling prophecy that I had talked about earlier in the episode. I want this game to be successful. I will sing the praises until the day the devs actually announce that, which I'm hoping they never have to do. If we have the player count, if they have the support, this will never be a thing. But allowing these larger outlets like IGN, PlayStation, Xbox, GameSpot, who have millions of subscribers, to post their seasonal content trailer, if they were to go that route, will give exposure to the game and allow the game to hopefully grow in a fan base, because players who see that are going to be influenced by that, and they're going to see, wow, this game is still around, and I always thought it looked kind of fun. Now is the time to check it out. especially with the cool Halloween content they're coming out with. Everybody loves the seasonal content in any game, not just in this one game. In Call of Duty, they have seasonal content. Those skins go hard. In Fortnite, they have seasonal content. Those skins go extra hard. People are passionate about showing off their love for a game, and the time spent in the game equals the value that they want to spend in that game. So if they play the game for 5 minutes, don't mesh with it too well, they're not going to buy skins. But if they play a game for 15, 20, 30 hours, they might go ahead and start buying some skins, supporting the game, and showing off a cool new look while they're playing matches. And that is the difference that I think FragPunk devs need to see. That's just my 2 cents, though. I really want the game successful. I will always sing its praises from the rooftops. And all I'm saying is the campaign to really push this game and say, we are a fun game, and we deserve to thrive in a big community. That's all I want. Honestly, I haven't had fun with FragPunk since Modern Warfare 2019 introduced Gunfight, which is a 2v2 mode that standalone was the most fun I've had in a shooter in the last 10 to 15 years probably. I mean, Black Ops 3 was my real big last all-or-nothing shooter that I invested my time in. I was in my early 20s at that point. But even to this day, going back to like Modern Warfare 3, which was peak gunfight in my opinion, is some of my most fun memories with my brother who lives 4 hours away, with my friends who can't always hang around because they're out of town. It's just one of those moments where you just have a memory, a core memory for that matter, that just sticks with you. And FragPunk has the potential to create so many core memories in the minds of many gamers. Now, FragPunk also launched with 7 Shard Clash maps, 4 Core Deathmatch maps, and 1 Outbreak map. I'll get to the other modes soon, but I want to start with Shard Clash. 7 maps is a great number for launch, and I really enjoy each different map for separate reasons. But in Season 3, we'll still have had no new maps added. And honestly, I'm wondering if that's going to make the game stale for some players. We're so used to games like Black Ops 7 coming up, launching with 18 maps, and Black Ops 6 recently launching with 9 maps. And they both have new maps planned for every season. Even Battlefield 6 has new modes coming out in like 2 weeks, which is like around a month after the launch of that game. So there are new maps being added all the time. And I don't know if their decision to not add new maps was because they wanted to focus on the player count, if they wanted to focus on the growing player base, I mean to say. And I can give a little grace in that regard, but I feel like at this point, we should have had at least 1 new Shard Clash map. Additionally, we only have 4 deathmatch maps for modes like TDM, Kill Confirmed, etc. And those exclusively are for that mode only. Like, people are rotating into those maps, and they probably memorized every map at this point, because there's only 4 modes, or 4 maps, I mean to say, for those modes. I will say Outbreak did get a second map in Season 2, but come on, honestly, I feel like Outbreak is stretching the game too thin, and is a mode I personally would have scrapped at concept. I have played a few matches of Outbreak, there have been a few challenges I've had to do for events, and the rewards, okay, great, but I've never casually decided to hop into that mode on purpose outside of the incentive of an event reward. Quick sidebar, when Gear Up released, FragPunk added a new map specifically for that mode, and then it was removed for quote-unquote bug fixes, and never came back as it was very quickly compared to the exact layout of a Valorant map. Coincidence? I'll let you decide. Moving into the shop, though, I feel as though this game is overflowing with cosmetics. Every gun and Lancer skin is a very high quality, I will agree. They're great, including those earned for free through events. No matter the method you earn them, pay or play, you're getting a skin that looks very cool in the game. And recently announced Halloween skins are no exception, as I'm stoked to earn the new event skins and check out the new shop bundle. That being said, though, we are on Season 3, and there are several skins for multiple Lancers, and I feel like we are quickly approaching a point where I cannot justify buying bundles to support the game anymore. How often does anyone swap skins on a gun or a Lancer? Once you find a skin that you really mesh with, and it looks cool in the game, you tend to stick with it, or at least I do at least. FragPunk is going to get in its own way very quickly if this current trajectory of content released doesn't change. Don't get me wrong, events are great and the number of free skins are something other games should adapt. but it falls on the expression, too much of a good thing is bad. Too many skins and not enough map variety. The classic roadblock we've seen in dozens of games prior. And the next thing I want to talk about, probably the last thing, is going to be sticker fusions. Now, FragPunk has a feature where you can collect stickers, and these stickers can be used as sprays in the game on walls while you're waiting for the pregame lobby, or even during a match if you have nobody around you. And you can also decorate your gun by customizing it with the sticker packs and the stickers you earn from those packs on your guns. So if you have a cool skin and you have a couple cool stickers, you can go ahead and put those stickers on your cool gun skin, customize it, make it your own. It's really fun, especially when you weapon inspect in the game and you get to see all your cool stickers that you put on the gun. I love this. I love the stickers. The feature is amazing, and I think they should keep it. However, since day one and even to this day, I'm a player who has zero idea how sticker fusion works or why sticker fusion is important in the game. I think they need to better clarify the modes that they have in this game. And by modes, I just mean like tabs in the game. It's a very PC-centric layout as far as the UI is concerned. And I'm just a little concerned that's going to be a little bit too much for some players. You have to use your analog stick on console to really navigate, because using the D-pad isn't going to be as efficient, in my opinion. So it's just one of those things where it's a little bit too much, and I feel like they need to have a little clarity on that. Maybe put out a tutorial that just goes over sticker fusions and why they're so cool, and put a little FragPunk spin on it, you know? And that might do the trick. But that's a big one right now for me. And on that note, I even reminded myself, this isn't even in my notes right now, so I'm going off the cuff. The layout, the UI is absolutely chaotic. There are L1 tabs, L2 tabs, respectively R1 and R2, and you have to navigate through everything. And it's one of those games where if you have something new, it'll put a little like notification under that tab that says new. And I'm one of those people who like, I need to clear that before I'm happy. If my UI does not have a clear cut, like organized layout, I'm going nuts. I'm looking for where I can click on to get rid of it, you know? And there's an option on the bottom right side of each tab in the weapons and lancers and stuff where you can say clear new items, and it'll close it for you. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. But I think the UI needs an update. I think that the UI is one of the things kind of hindering the game as well and getting in its own way. The game is so much fun. Fixing the UI might go a long way. I mean, that being said, though, I really don't have a ton of negatives for this game. I know this video is running longer because I've been talking a lot, but I really don't have a lot of negatives. I mean, a few Lancers do need buffed or possibly nerfed, and the snipers do need to have a few adjustments to headshot damage. I will agree with that. But I think FragPunk is off to a great start, and in a larger community will give them the data they need to help improve things like that. So having the lower fan base they have right now is probably why they haven't made those adjustments just yet, because they're looking at the game in a more competitive eyesight, and they're trying to see if the game needs to be adjusted or if it's just a lower play count and they're just complaining about certain things. When a couple thousand people complain about something in a community like Call of Duty, they're going to do nothing. But when the community is a couple of thousand people, then it's a little bit different. So, I don't know. A little bit of a tangent there. I'm sorry. When it comes to steep competition in gaming this fall, your time is so valuable. Even games outside the FPS realm, like Power Wash Simulator 2, Ghost of Yotai, Outer Worlds 2, the new Pokemon ZA, Metroid Prime 4, etc. These are all games wanting your attention in the last few months of the year. Like right now, into the next couple. Not to mention any backlog games that you have queued up for reserve play. I am a ride or die player. All in, baby. Love me some FragPunk. I'm going to play it daily until the day I can't, and I'll sing its praises even afterward. That game was so fun. This game is amazing. I don't want to get there, guys. I don't want to get there. Am I a high-ranked player? No. But I play daily, and I support the game best I can. And if I've piqued your interest, please check out FragPunk this weekend, or this week even, with your friend group. Queue up for a 5v5 shard clash or deathmatch. Check out the Outbreak mode and form your own opinion on it. I am on open mics, playing public games, so maybe we'll find each other and have a great conversation during a match. There's really nothing but love on my end. Until next time, guys, take care. That's all I've got to say. If you played it, let me know what you thought. Hit me up on YouTube or leave a comment on Spotify. Thanks for listening. I'm Phat Love, and this has been AlphaPhenomenon Gaming Podcast. Peace.